coronavirus pandemic. The US has not been shut down since the Spanish flu in 1918, over 100 years ago. I know all of our graduates missed the well-earned pomp and circumstances of sharing your accomplishments with your families and your friends. I know how hard this has been. But not only is your graduation in 2020 marked by the pandemic that changed the world, it is also the year that marks the largest and strongest protests ever to occur in the US. And I hope this will change the scourge of racism that plagues the. You are witnessing and participating in the largest outcry for police and racial justice ever. For too long, people of color have suffered in our nation. Whites have perpetuated these injustices, and those of us with the best of intentions have stayed silent for too long. I will no longer be silent. I want to applaud two of our Bridge the Gap College Prep students, Tam sophomore, Makayla Williams, and our college graduate, Ayana Woodard, who stepped up to lead and organize Marin City's protests with the help of Lynette and our very own Paul Austin. I was so proud to see most of our students marching and chanting and to be having your voices heard. To the class of 2020, you are graduating in a unique time marked in history. This is your time. And all of us at Bridge the Gap College Prep will not let you stand alone. We will stand with you to break down racism in our community and our country. Just as we have stood with you as you have pushed through barriers to graduate from high school, ready to pursue a college education. And to our 2020 college graduates, although we had your back, it was your pure dedication and hard work that allowed you to graduate with your Bachelor's of Arts degree from two amazing historically Black colleges, Tuskegee and Dillard. And to our high school students, I say, this is your time also. Embrace this moment. Stay healthy. Yes, we are still in the pandemic. I also want to say, own your own education. Embrace this path to college. You don't yet know the knowledge that college will impart and the career doors it will open. And as many will tell you, and I will actually attest to, college will be one of the best times of your life. Bridge the Gap College Prep will always be your family, will always stand by your side as you find your life's path. Never hesitate to ask for help, whether it has to do with your education, your dreams, your psychological and physical health, or finding a job. We are family, and we will never stop supporting you. And I will turn it back over to Andy with those words.
Thank you, Laura. And I appreciate that great mind thinks alike, because I also have some open remarks for you all, and it's going to have a very similar tone to Laura. So everyone, for the third year in a row, actually I wanted to pause and let you know that for a brief moment the video stopped recording, so I apologize for that for you watching on YouTube later on. But we're back on now, so thank you, Kayla, for pointing it out. For the third year in a row, we're here to celebrate the end of the school year and to honor our graduates. And I remind you, please put the video on mute if you are not speaking. Thank you. So we're here to honor our graduates, but I never thought that this year we would be doing so through video chat. And I also never thought I'd be wearing a college shirt with sweatpants in my living room during this time, but here we are. And as I said at the beginning, this is a celebration. It's a happy occasion to celebrate our graduates. But there is no denying the events that are affecting our community, this country, and the world. The world is fighting illness, both literally and figuratively. With time and a little more social distance, hopefully one of these viruses will eventually fade away. But systemic institutional racism and oppression has been festering in the US for hundreds of years. And every day we see numerous examples of how dysfunctional and cruel this system remains. In the year 2020, this country's Pledge of Allegiance describes America as one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. But we know that this American dream has not yet been realized because of a privileged few who will not see everyone afforded the same liberty. But throughout our history, we've also seen waves of resistance to this. And I truly believe the tide is most definitely turning because of the voices and actions of people in our neighborhoods and around the world loudly proclaiming enough. In Marin City, young leaders like Michaela, Nancy, and Ayana brought more than 1,500 people together in solidarity and left no doubt that the future will be defined by the very liberty and justice for all that was promised to us those hundreds of years ago. Without liberty and justice for all, the voices and fists rising up once again will never be silent. In other words, no justice, no peace. Standing up for liberty takes a strong heart and a strong will. And I've seen those traits time and time again in our students at Bridge the Gap. But in order to create a new and just future, our youth not only need a strong will and a strong heart, but you must have a strong mind. Educating yourself isn't just about turning in that algebra assignment on time or reading a book that was assigned to you. To truly educate yourself is to understand the world as it was yesterday, how it is today, and knowing what it will take to make the world better tomorrow. We are so proud of our 9 seniors who have completed the first step toward a better tomorrow. And we are grateful and inspired to have 2 strong and confident young women, queens, leaving college ready to make this world their own. Congratulations to Bridge the Gap College Prep, class of 2020, high school and college graduates. Now let's get on with the show. Next up, I'm going to be airing the slideshow, so I hope you bear with me. It's going to take a few moments for me to switch over, and we were testing the audio just this afternoon, so just give me 1 second. Look at the screens amongst yourselves, and I will be airing the video in just a moment. Oh, and lastly, before I start the video, if you, it'll go on the full screen, but if you don't want to see my face, if you happen to see me on screen right now, there's a little minimize button. So while you're watching the video, you can get rid of my face so that way you don't have to see me just staring at a screen. Hopefully that's not too much trouble. Here we go. And while we wait for the buffering, can you all give me a thumbs up if you at least see the screen for now? Okay, sorry about the delay. Okay. The first of, I'm sure, a few technical difficulties. Okay, so why don't we do this? While I try to figure this out, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to our speakers so that I can try to figure out, or maybe it just needs to buffer for a little bit. So I'm going to turn it over to Miss Ariana Van Meurs. And then after we're done with Ariana's remarks to her 9th grade class, and I'll turn it over to Robin and Libby for the 10th grade, and then we will try again to watch the video. And I apologize for that technical difficulty. So without further ado, here's Ariana Van Meurs, 9th grade class team.
You need to unmute Ariana.
Ariana, we can't hear you. Are you on mute? Ariana? Are you
I
on
thought I undid it.
There we
Apologies. All sorts of technical issues today.
go.
So anyway, I'm going to make my remarks to the freshman class. When Andy told me that I would be the next freshman dean, I confess I was reluctant to leave the then junior class, this year's senior class, to whom I'd grown very attached. But not surprisingly, I quickly became attached to you. You are a great group of young women and men, mainly young women, each with your own strengths that I'm looking forward to watching develop during the next 3 years and to support in whatever way that I can. You have started high school, as we've, the last couple of speakers have noted, at a very difficult and challenging time in history. But crises often create opportunities. I hope some, if not all of you, will find ways to plug into the opportunities to engage that I know will arise during your next 3 years of high school. High school is a great time to test out your strengths and skills and to see what turns you on. TAM, Bridge the Gap, 10,000 Degrees, and so many other groups. You probably know the names. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. They're all standing by to connect you with tons of resources that will help you on your path. Please take advantage of these opportunities. I'm going to repeat that because it's really important. Please take advantage of these opportunities. I speak for so many adults when I say that there are so many people standing by to support you in whatever you want to do. I look forward to working with you during the next 3 years and to helping connect you with whatever you need to grow and to prosper. Just ask. And again, I'm going to repeat that, just ask. Let's see, where am I? I hope you have time to have a really relaxing summer, but also to get motivated for your sophomore year. I miss you guys, and I love you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the fall.
Thank you so much, Ariana. Well said. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Robin Moses, and then we will hear from Libby Tracy, who will be speaking to our 10th grade class, and then we will try the video one more time after their remarks. So take it away, Robin.
Wow. So I did not prepare written remarks, but I'll just go from my heart. To my sophomores, it's been a challenging year, although we started out in the fall where you were no longer the youngest in the program, and you were more mature, more self-confident, which I watched as it grew over week by week, month by month. And then we got thrown a huge loop and we weren't together anymore. And as much as I constantly bemoaned having to tell people to be quiet, get to work, I missed you so much. And I know you've probably gotten tired of me nagging you by text or nudging you to do your work. Done, but it all comes from caring and wanting you to do the best you can do and make sure that you have every opportunity in the future. And I know the last few months, let alone the last few weeks, have been extremely difficult, but you've all come through with flying colors, and you've inspired me and impressed me. And I just look forward to being with you again, I hope, in the fall, because I actually miss you. So enjoy your summers, and I'll turn it over to Libby.
Hi to everyone. It's so great to see everybody. Just to piggyback on what Robin said, Robin and I were fortunate enough to have our group. We started with our 10th graders when they were 9th graders. And so we've really gotten to see a lot of maturity and growth over this past year. Last year, there was a few challenges. And I just love each and every one of these kids and all of you. and I'm so proud. I like the whole group. I'm always so impressed that everybody comes to bridge the gap after a long day of school and stays for 3 hours and works through subjects that are hard for them. And it's, you all are just very impressive. And these last few months have been really hard. I've missed all of you, and I am super impressed at how hard you're working at home. And just given the state of the world, you all are superstars. So I look forward to seeing you all in the fall, and love you all, and I can't wait to be back with you. Have a great summer.
Thank you, Libby. All said 10th grade deans. All right, before we move on to 11th grade, bear with me. I'm going to try to hit the video one time. I tested it with Robin, but it was just she and I earlier. So I don't know if it's because of the volume of participants, but if it doesn't work this time, what I will do is we will go ahead and skip the video, and then we'll be airing it as a solo piece on YouTube soon after this is over. So I apologize. Thank you so much, Robin, for creating this video and putting the time in. It's a lovely video. Please be sure to watch it if we're not able to watch it today live. But bear with me. We'll try one more time. And if not, we will move forward with 11th grade. 1 second. Let's see. Okay. We'll go ahead and call that one. I apologize. All right.
Okay. Hello,
Yes?
Mr. Andy.
Yes.
If you go to your email, possibly, you should be able to open it.
It was shared through Google though, so I'm not sure if that's going to work. Because I got an email, but it was through Google.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I apologize about that. We may be able to have time to try at the end, but unfortunately, just with the interest of time, and so that those of you who are patiently waiting, we'll go ahead and move forward. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Melanie Vorsanger, and if Angela's on, we'll turn it over to her to speak to the. There's Ms. Hopper. So we'll go with Ms. Vorsanger and then Ms. Hopper for our 11th grade, and then move forward. Go ahead, Ms. Vorsanger.
Hi, you guys. My picture and where I'm talking are in two different places because my internet's bad. So I had to figure it out. But hopefully you can see me while you can hear me talking. So I wrote something down because I feel like there's so much to say to you juniors. I was having a hard time narrowing it down, but this is what I got. I feel really far away from you all, but also like I've gotten to know some of you really well through this, even being far away, you know, sitting on Zoom just while you do your homework and getting to tell you to be quiet and do your homework has been really wonderful. I'm also just feeling really lucky to know you as a group of people. Not only do you work incredibly hard at everything that matters to you, but you're also just such wonderful people. I know that this is not the junior year you expected. I know it's confusing and difficult, and parts of it feel belatedly necessary and deeply needed right now. And I'm so proud that you are getting involved in protesting and organizing. I feel so lucky to be around this. And I know it's been difficult to sit with and to hold space for yourselves through all of this. But from the conversations that I've had with so many of you, your resilience is unbelievable to watch and to see, even when it doesn't always feel that way for you. You are such unique and compassionate and wonderful and powerful people. I feel honored to be a part of your journey through and beyond high school, hopefully. I hope that you'll find some space to take care of yourselves this summer while fighting the power. And I hope that you can come back and feel reinvigorated and ready to kind of start the process towards the future. I hope that you're excited when you come back to keep challenging the racist systems that don't work and look towards your own goals as we start the process towards, furthering your education, however that may look for you. I promise I will be your advocate and support, along with so many other people who have got your back, because we know how incredible you are. And all we want to do all the time is just celebrate you and support you as often as possible. So y'all are amazing. Miss Hopper, you can take it away.
Hi guys. I'm in my car. You might have seen me driving during this, but it's all hands-free. Because I'm delivering the kente stoles for our graduates that are Black, so Black Grads Matter. But for my juniors, it's been an amazing year, or 3 years, because I've known a lot of you in different ways. And most of you know that I'll be stepping down from Bridge the Gap at the end of this year so that I can put a little bit more focus to some other things that I need to do. But I'm not gone. I don't go away, as Andy knows. You guys, and actually every grade, you guys are all amazing, resilient, really freaking cool people. And I gotta say, this junior class, like, you changed my life. And there's a reason why I would stop by randomly before I actually want to be your dean, just to hang out and do homework and tag you guys. I don't know. You guys are a group of people that are going to change this world. I know you keep hearing it over and over again that this is unprecedented, and it is. But what I see in all of you is a commitment and a passion that I don't worry about the future. I think each of you will find your niche and your place where you're going to be, and you're going to rock. So I'm not stuck with me, just not officially. So people will stop nagging me to do my paperwork.
Thank you, Angela, for those honest and heartfelt remarks. I actually, because of some great advice from our incoming executive director, I was worried to download the video during the program, but it was able to download without any loss of video quality. So I think the video is working now. So we're going to give it one more try because it's so great. I don't want you to miss out. I tested it while we were hearing remarks and it seemed to work. So bear with me a few more minutes. Thank you so much for your patience, but it is well worth the wait. And I see we have Diana being broadcast through Miss McDougall's phone because she wasn't able to get in. So we love you, Diana. And hopefully you are enjoying this as best you can, given the circumstances. Okay, here comes the video, and then I'm gonna turn it on, and remember to minimize my big face during the video, otherwise you'll just be looking at me during the entire show. Okay, here we are. Sharing computer sound. Can y'all give me a thumbs up if you hear that? Great.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it.
Hey, y'all.
See you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. See you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I see you again.
We've come a long way,
Yeah, we came a long way
from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
is feeling strong, and what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
All right. Thank you so much for Robin. Third year in a row of making that video. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was lovely. I can see by your reactions that it was well received. So congratulations to you all. And thank you so much, Robin. So I'm glad we were able to watch that. And the last dean to speak will be Paul Austin, who's going to be speaking to our seniors. And then we'll be moving to our individual senior speakers. So Paul, go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. Is it echoing too bad, or can y'all hear me? Everybody hear me? All right. Turn down the phone. So me and Kamari are here at my house because the power went out in public housing. So just like this year, this has been a very year of, what would you call it, young man? It's just been a year where everything just don't go as we had planned. And so we adjusted. One thing I can say is that our 12 seniors, not our 12 seniors, but our seniors in this 2020 class have had a lot of adjustments from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. I have seen them grow. I've seen them cry, I've seen them pout, I've seen them smile, I've seen them been happy. And so for that, I am truly blessed to have spent this year with them. Each and every one of them, from Justin, Mary Jane, Janelle, Renata, Tanea, Diana, Jackie, Garnet, Kamari. From my heart, I am thankful to be around y'all. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in the next few years. As I grow and as I get older, I'm expecting to just have these moments of just feeling proud to be able to spend some time with you guys and be part of your life as you got older and as you grow. My heart goes out, to George Floyd, especially, and in this time, because right now is an opportunity for us to learn and grow together. And you seniors, yes, you seniors, you are on your way off to college, where life is sometimes going to be difficult. But I know that you guys will persist because it's in you. I've seen you guys grow so much just within this last year with me, bothering you to get your work done, bringing you guys cakes and snacks, us talking about college, filling out applications, really digging deep so you guys can know who you are and how great you are. I know that you guys are going to do wonderful things in life, and I'll be around. Hopefully I'll be around to continue to watch and see you guys grow. Feel free to reach out to me. We got these wonderful Bridge to Gap t-shirts for you guys. We got some goodie bags. You know where to find me. We'll make sure that you guys get your get what you need. But to the class of 2020, just remember that you are resilient and you must persist on to be greater than what you can even imagine now. So I'm proud of you guys. And because each and every one of you is not right next to me like I would love for you to be, I have Kamari here. I'm gonna give Kamari a big hug just for you guys. Congratulations, class of 2020, Bridge Gap.
Thank you, Paul, so much. All right, now Paul's going to be speaking again in just a minute to our students, but before I turn it over to the teachers giving remarks to the seniors, I wanted to go ahead and take a moment to thank not only the teachers, but also our class deans, including Paul, not only for the first half of the year, which started out business as usual, because even when we started in first semester, there was a true change happening in our program where we had the most students enrolled in the time that I've been at Bridge the Gap. We had students coming every day. We had an average of about 40, 45 students coming every day. And that's after going to school all day long. So the fact that we had a dedicated staff with our students day in and day out, supporting our kids was already enough for the gratitude that they deserve. But when the pandemic hit and we shut down, we literally had to shift from in-person to the smiles, to the hugs, to the pats on the back, to immediately a virtual setting, which was jarring and new for everybody. And I can tell you with certainty, I had nothing but faith that our staff would deliver. And literally within one day of us shifting to a virtual model, which had never been done before, the Bridge the Gap College Prep staff used the passion and the commitment and the compassion towards the students that we care so deeply for. And we did not skip a beat, and our students were still supported. And we finally got through the end of the year and graduated 9 students along with it. So thank you to the staff, to the teachers, to the deans, and everybody who supported Bridge the Gap. And the remarks you'll be hearing are gonna really echo that passion that our teachers have for our students. So what we're gonna be doing now is we have 1 adult from Bridge the Gap College Prep and some of our partners who will be speaking to 1 senior. I know not all of our seniors were able to make it, so we might have to skip here and there. But what we're going to be doing, as always is our tradition, is we'll have our Bridge the Gap staff member or partner say a few words of encouragement to our senior. And seniors, hopefully you're not surprised by this because we do it every year. We're going to ask seniors then who have just been spoken to then impart some wisdom or encouragement to our 9th through 11th graders on your way out, whether that means your recipe for success or anything that you think that our young Bridge the Gap scholars on this call need to hear. And we'll go through each of our seniors and hear remarks from them as well. So we're going to start with Paul Austin speaking to Justin. I'm not sure if Justin was able to make the call, but I'd love to hear Paul honor Justin. And then if Justin isn't on, we'll skip over to Miss Alexis from Mary Jane. So thank you. And Paul, I'll turn it back over to you.
No problem. Justin, are you there by any chance? Are you just hiding out? I don't know. All right. Well, I mean, you guys, Justin, for me, has a really soft spot in my heart. Since the beginning of this year, Justin was one of the 4 kids that went along with me to the retreat with SRA. That was the first time I ever seen Justin really open up and talk a lot. I must say it was good. As we know, Justin is really quiet. He loves to smile. But when he do get to speaking, his words will touch you. I can't wait to see what Justin is going to do in the future. I know he has a mind for gaming and drawing. So let's continue to push him there. He's also the kid. I had a flat top earlier in the year. I couldn't keep up with his though. It just kept on growing and growing. So Justin, you know where to find me. I'll be looking for you so I could talk to you personally. Just to let you know that you can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. Right on, Justin.
Thank you, Paul. And hopefully Justin gets to see the recording of this so he can hear those words of encouragement. I'm going to turn it over to one of our very special partners, Miss Alexis Wise, who is the leader of a group called Wise Girls, which supports a lot of our young ladies in our program. And so Alexis will be speaking to honor Mary Jane Davis, one of our wonderful seniors. Take it away, Alexis.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be here. I think this is about, my 10th celebration with Bridge the Gap, and as a partner, maybe about my 4th year. I just want to say thank you to the whole team. You guys have always been there from the very beginning with me 10 years ago, starting Wise Choices. Mary Jane came into my life. I think she was a little girl because my youngest daughter would tutor Mary Jane. And I think she was about maybe 7 or 9, somewhere like that. And I've always taken a look at Mary Jane. She's always had this leadership ability that was very laid back and humble. She would be very quiet and observant when she became a wise girl. And she just developed into this flower of many different, she's a diamond in the rough, and she has many different facets and many different faces. And Mary Jane will be attending College of Marin, and she wanted to stay around, not that she wasn't capable of going to any university that she put her mind to, but she wanted to stay in the area and help out here in Marin City. Mary Jane had become for 2 years a participant at the TAY Advisory Committee, and that's Transitional Age Youth. And that was a committee, Marin County Committee that 2 girls served on, Nancy Hong and Mary Jane Davis. And they led with tenacity, like on fire. Hopefully, they will continue to be inspirations to the next generation. And that's my hope now that Mary Jane has graduated, and Tanea also. Hopefully they'll come back to Bridge the Gap and to Wise Choices and to help further our agendas to help these young folks succeed. And I'm so, so very proud of you, Mary Jane. I know that you're on here somewhere because Ayana is over on the other side, and I go, is she on here? Because I can't see, but you're here. And I love you, Mary Jane. We have our long talks. I love the way you inspire your peers. You keep going. I'm always here for you. I'm right around the corner. I wanted to say some things about beauty and makeup and facials and things like that, but you know what I'm talking about. I love you. Keep going. You have all the tenacity, and your sisters support you. Bye. Congratulations.
Thank you, Alexis. Now, Mary Jane, it looks like you might be at work, so could you give me a signal if you're able to talk or not? Yes, no?
Hey, Andy.
Hey, Mary Jane, do you want to say a few words to our young folks?
So basically, high school is hard, but it's worth it. It's a long road, but it definitely ends in a split second. The best thing I ever did was just be honest and like communicate well. I think that's like the main thing you could do to make it as easy as possible. So that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mary Jane, and congratulations. And thank you for taking the time. It looks like you're working right now, so congratulations again. All right, we're going to go back to Mr. Paul Austin, and he's going to be speaking for John L. Peterson. And John L., quickly, are you here? Could you shout out real quick if you're here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so you're going to be up next after Paul. All right, go ahead, Paul.
All right, my guy, John L. How you doing, John L? So here we go. So John L is my super social young man, right? Like ASB president, you know, steering the wheel at TAM. And I love that, right? So back-to-back years, we had Bridge the Gap seniors leading the way at TAM. And so that's huge, right? Like that doesn't always happen. And so for that, I want to say congratulations. But John L, as you move on and as you developed into a young man, you wanted more for your life. And I was able to see that. So you started coming around, you're super inquisitive, you're always asking questions to the adults around, just to try and figure out like, how do you build as a young man for the next chapter of your life? And, you know, this book is closing, but this chapter is closing, but your book is wide open. I can't wait to see what you're going to do in the future. I understand you're looking to go play some lacrosse, and, you know, I'm here to help push that forward. But more than ever, you need to make sure you go get your education so we can figure out exactly what it is you want to do, because I know you're going to make a difference in the world. So, Jonell, congratulations. Graduation is just around the corner. You made it, 2020. I'm proud of you, young man.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. If I had some advice to give to other younger kids, I'd probably say make sure you have a goal set up. I know a lot of people kind of go into high school just trying to get by, or just try to push through it. And there's really no telling where you end up like doing that. So make sure you kind of set a goal for yourself and understand what you want and what you want to get out of high school. Because that way, other people can help you achieve that. And for yourself, you know, you can kind of know your destination like in high school. So definitely make sure you set goals for yourself.
Thank you, Jonell, and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. We're going to move to Miss Louise Trudeau, and she'll be speaking to Renata Ramirez.
Hey, Renata. It was hard. It's hard to talk out. I'm still kind of weepy after that video. Andy, that was really tight. Renata, you've been through so much in your life. You becoming tough and persevering in your earliest years in ways kids usually don't have to live through. Anyway, maybe you've been afraid often. You seem to recognize and let your fears just be there, and you push on and accept the challenges right in front of you. And I'm always really proud of that for you. During the short time I've known you, I guess the last couple of years, you've always asked questions. They're hard and deep and terrific, and asking the right questions is the key to success. So you're on your way. And once you ask the questions, you have really creative ideas about how to solve problems, and you dig to find answers because you're very resourceful. You help out your friends who need you to listen and kick them in the butt to care for themselves. You always think to be kind to people who need your compassion. Even if you're mad sometimes, you end up seeing everything from both sides, and I really appreciate that maturity. You've doubted yourself over and over, and I imagine you often will, because you're very humble and you're realistic and thoughtful about all the possibilities. And you're honest and aware that stuff sucks your energy and dulls your spirit and hope, and you're really good about just being upfront when that's happening. Yet somehow you're one of the most determined people that I know, so it doesn't seem to hold you back that much. Life will always be uncertain, and you have mean skills in adapting. You manage to take care of your brother, whip around your restaurant work, help around the house, get your schoolwork done. You're just a really strong and hard worker. And people see it in you. You didn't believe it, and you just won the scholarship for science and for the Sausalito Women's Club, whereas some leader there already found herself relating to you and offering to be a mentor to you going forward. So you just get that out of people. At College of the Redwoods next year, I know you're going to make a difference in the classes and on the soccer field, where you've been asked to play with the team, which is pretty cool. And I know you'll take risks. You need to aim for high goals that you may be slow to see are possible for you, but when you see, but you can do it. When you use your voice for what really matters and keep listening for positive things in every situation, you'll be great. I just love you, Renata. We will all miss you at BTG, but we want you to lean on good people who see you, and you need to trust that they're excited to work with you, because we've always been excited to work with you. Congratulations, Renata.
Thank you.
And we still have to hike all summer, so you're not rid of me yet.
I'm waiting on your text. I don't know. I guess first off, I just want to like say thank you to like bridge the gap. I'm sorry, I just always get emotional. I guess I've learned the hard way, you can say. My problem was always like communicating, always kind of like never working for it. And throughout the years, I kind of learned like was one thing I will always say is discipline is key. You're not always gonna get what you want just like that. And I learned how to discipline my butt a lot, especially in math. I've never been good at math, and many people know that. And definitely when I went to bridge the gap, it kicked my ass. And Mr. Wetzel kicked my ass. Like he didn't like me at moments, but definitely discipline is key, and communication, because when you push yourself, it really does pay off. Like even the littlest amount, I've learned that it really pays off. English class, I've with Mr. Ned, like a full hour, and then I'd come back and it's like, oh my God, I got an A. And I'm like, oh my God, wait, just 1 hour, just dedicate like 1 hour to something and it pays off. So like discipline, honestly, to me is like the answer, and never give up. Even though it's hard, dude, like everyone will get through it. And communicate. Just email or in person, just communicate, because I struggled with that. And senior year, I finally had the guts to really communicate with teachers, and it paid off so much. So never be scared to talk to your teachers, talk to someone, because someone will always be there for you no matter what. Like not even if it's your parents, family, someone will always be there for you. So never think that you're alone, ever, because you're not. And yeah, so discipline, communicate, and I don't know, that you're not alone. They're like the 3 big things that I would always say to everyone. So yeah, that's my thing.
Thank you, Renata.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
I know I talk a lot.
Right. No, that was great. Thank you so much. And our students need to hear it. So thank you. And I don't know about you all hearing this, but so far the seniors' advice, this is why we are very confident about our future, because they're giving some pretty solid advice. So good leaders coming up. Right, we're going to be going back to Miss Ariana Van Meurs, and she's going to be speaking to Tanea Reed. And I know Tanea's on here too, so you're up next, Tanea.
Hey, Tanea. I didn't get to see you very often this past year. So when Andy told me that I got to say some words about you, I was like, yeehaw. I was thrilled. So you, Tanea, I'm looking right at you. It's cool. You are an amazingly beautiful and strong young woman with a very deep sense of your inner truth. It's totally cool. Working with you last year, I really deeply admired those qualities about you. I think the story that comes to mind that was most impressive to me, and it really, I guess what the trait that it showed was incredible determination. You have an amazing amount of determination. I remember you coming in. It certainly wasn't every time you came in, but there was like maybe once a month, once every 2 months, you'd come in and you'd say, I'm going to get some math done. And you would go buzzing through these math chapters. I've never seen it happen since then. I hope I do see it happen, but I still don't know how you did it. Anyway, an amazingly determined person. You're full of fire and very expressive, and I love that about you. You quickly discovered TAM's drama department, and it was so fun to see you put your strengths to work on the stage junior year. And I'm bummed. I wish I could have seen your productions this year. I'm sorry I missed them, because I really enjoyed it last year. I hope you find many, many opportunities to put these incredible strengths of yours, and I'm sure other strengths that I don't even know about, because I know you've got them, I sense them to work on whatever sparks your fancy, and maybe to work on the social change that we all know needs to happen. I know you'll be an asset to whatever you choose to do, whatever endeavor you throw yourself into, and they're going to be lucky to have you, Tanea. Wishing you the best at College of Marin, and whatever life brings you afterwards, please stay in touch. And gonna miss you a lot. Huge hug.
Thank you, Ariana. Like, although that we didn't have that much time together, because I'm a busybody and I just run around everywhere, I do appreciate you seeing all that in me. So I am an emotional person too, Renata, I get it. But I appreciate you seeing that in me, even though I wasn't around you a lot. That just shows that you like were paying attention to me, and people need to pay attention to others. To juniors, sophomores, freshmen, I'm really crying. I would just like to say, focus on who you are. Don't be distracted by what others are telling you, what you think others are thinking about you. Pay attention to yourself. Like, take time to be selfish, because if you're not selfish, you're not going to end up learning anything or taking anything from what you're doing. Like, for real. That's it. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you, Bridge the Gap. Anyone who is a part of that, Andy, Paul, literally everyone. If I'm forgetting names, I'm sorry. You guys have all helped me. Even though I wasn't around a lot, I do appreciate all you guys have done for me.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Tanea. That was, I hope you guys can see the reactions of some of the folks here. I saw Sierra really feeling that one. Cece was feeling that one. So thank you, Tanea. Congratulations. All right, we're going to go to Miss Jan McDougall, and she'll be speaking to Diana. And as all you can see, Diana is on her phone because she wasn't able to log on. So Jan, you could just talk directly to Diana. And Diana, I don't know how the audio is going to work when you give your remarks. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I'm glad you're here, and thanks for showing the same tenacity we see all the time. So Jan, take it away.
All right, can you see everybody?
Yes, I can see everybody.
Can you hear her?
Awesome. Can you hear me?
All right.
No.
Yeah, they can.
Oh, they can? Okay.
So I get to talk about you first. I have known Diana since she was this sweet, quiet little girl who moved in 5th grade schools, and she was just the sweetest, quietest student we had in the school. And she has grown into just this vibrant young woman that everybody loves. You spread joy wherever you go. And it's been my absolute pleasure to spend as much time as I can with Diana. When she was a freshman and she started at the high school program at Bridge the Gap, we got out of school on Mondays at 2:25, and Diana would spend from 2:25 until program started at 4 o'clock in the library doing her math homework. So by the time we started program, she had finished her first pass at her math homework. And I would show up and it was like, Ms. Mack, I just have questions on like these 3 problems, right? Like, she put work in at a level I've never seen before. And so you freshmen, sophomore, and juniors, like, she earned everything she got, and she excelled, and she made it to pre-calc. She's amazing. She was one of her teacher's favorite students. And I just, like, what an example she set for everybody every day. She was one of the students who got to go on the Powerful Beyond Measure trip to Africa. And when she came back, she did a project where she went to visit some seniors in a rehab facility in San Rafael. And I used to drive her up to volunteer there. And she brought joy to seniors who never got to leave their rooms. And she learned about their personal lives. And I know that throughout your life, Diana, you're gonna spread joy wherever you go. You're gonna be a happy person because that's who you are. And of course, you've accomplished amazing things. She got into every UC or every CSU she applied to, and her dream school, UC Merced. I'm so proud that she doesn't know yet, but on March 3rd when she got in, I bought pretty much every piece of swag that the UC Merced bookstore has to sell. So Caleb's gonna get a little UC Merced basketball, your mom's getting a license plate holder, you're getting every hoodie and t-shirt that the store sells, but they shut down the bookstore before they mailed it. So anyway, I'm just so proud of you, so excited for your future. And I know you're gonna continue to be happy no matter what path you choose. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Miss Mac.
Okay, now you get to say to everybody else.
Woohoo!
Can they hear me? Can they hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I don't really know what to say. Because I feel like I still need to learn a few more things. But what I would say is to just get out of your comfort zone while you're in high school and just have fun. Like, take risks. Yeah, that's everything.
Thank you, Diana. And really, thank you for sticking it out. I know this isn't the end of year celebration you imagined through your phone, but thank you for sticking it out. And congratulations. That's awesome about the UC Merced swag too, Jen. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna move to Ariana again. And I don't know if Jackie Salas is here, and she's another one that we didn't get to see every day, but in case she does see the recording, I was hoping Ariana could just say a couple things to Jackie before we move to the next seniors. Thank you, Ariana.
Okay. Congratulations, Jackie. I've always admired your work ethic. You usually arrived at Bridge the Gap right after cheer, still flushed from the exertion of your practice, and plopped yourself down in the nearest seat and put your head down to work and stayed that way until it was time to go. I admired that. I also admire your personal warmth, integrity, and charm. Each time I approached you to check in with you, you greeted me with a warm smile, a hug, and maybe a little bit of weariness from the day's, activities. But that was understandable. Anyway, I'm confident that these wonderful qualities that you have will serve you well at College of Marin and whatever you choose to do after that. I love you so much. Don't forget to stay in touch with us, and we're definitely going to miss you.
Thank you, Ariana. And Jackie, I'm scanning through. I don't see everybody's names on the screen. So are you there? Just a quick moment to see if Jackie's there to say any few words. Okay. Well, hopefully she gets to see the recording. Thank you, Ariana, for those words. I'm sure she'll love to hear them one day. All right, we are going to go to Joe Gray, and Joe is going to be speaking to Garnet Silverhall.
Hello. I've actually been lucky with Garnett because I've still been in contact with him pretty much consistently since school closed. But I actually met him a few days after I started this job when I first moved here from Buffalo. And he was one of the first kids I worked with. And he was instantly just one of the kindest kids that I've ever met. And he made being here easier. He made starting the job easier. It's very sad to see him go. He treats everyone like that. Even when he's upset, I've never seen him take anything out on anybody else. He's so unbelievably consistent with his kindness, even if he's not, even if he like occasionally is, not done with his math homework and we're sticking around till, 5 o'clock the last day of school, his sophomore year. He was just so positive the whole time. He was like, oh, got it done. He reaches out to me and he asked me to be his mentor last year. And I was a little shocked, but also, appreciated it. But it's kind of hard to be asked to be a mentor of a kid that in a lot of ways you see as getting certain things more than you do. And, so it's nice to learn a lot from him, even if he doesn't know it. And he's also very active using his voice in a way that's I don't like doing. I do not like being outspoken in social media and all those things. It's horrible. I can't stand it. But he does it without thinking. It's like natural to him. So, and I wouldn't have anybody else be there in the way that he is. I think he's exceptional for it. He's going to make a lot of big things happen. Excited to see him go to college. He's going to U of A, in case anybody didn't know. He's going to play basketball there. It's a little bit of a bummer that, fall is looking like they might have some remote stuff going on, but he's going to do great. And he knows he can talk to me the whole way through. I'll be around. So it's nice that as much as I'm saying goodbye to him, I'll still be in contact. That's not going to change. So thank you, Garnett.
All right, thanks, Joe. Thanks so much, everybody. Yeah, Joe has been the best all through high school. I mean, since sophomore year, but feels like all through high school almost. Yeah, so thank you so much, Joe. I'm gonna try to say this quick because my phone actually might die, but I think the biggest thing I have to say to the people moving up and through high school is stay organized, know what you need to do when you need to do it, and don't be scared to ask for help when you need it. There's so many people at Bridge the Gap and around TAM that provide so much help to everybody, that I don't think there's ever an obstacle anybody should face when they got people like this. So I think that's what I gotta say. Yeah, I love everybody here. Thank all of you again so much. Couldn't have happened without any of you guys.
Thank you, Garnet. Congratulations. Yeah. And if you weren't sure what U of A was, hopefully you could tell by Garnet's sweater that he'll be going to University of Arizona, playing for the Wildcats. But we'll see what the fall brings. But congratulations, Garnet.
Thank you.
And hopefully your phone stays alive enough to see a few more words, because we got our college speakers coming a little bit later. But for now, we're going to move over to our last senior speakers. We're going to turn it over to Scott Jensen, one of our dedicated and longtime volunteers, speaking to one of his longtime voluntees, Kamari Williams.
Okay, thank you. I've had the great pleasure to work with and get to know Kamari over the last 5+ years, and I know I'm a better person because of the experience. Kamari and I have shared countless hours at Bridge the Gap High School program at the Drake location and our home away from home, the table at Target, working towards Kamari's graduation and the beginning of what's next for him. Kamari and I have shared and worked on his interests in restaurants, photography, digital media, and any other project that we had to do. And I hope, Kamari, that I've helped you grow in those areas of your interest. In return, Kamari, you've helped me in countless ways. And please know I'm here for you always in the same manner going forward. I want to thank you for recommending so many great books that have continued to educate me and expand my perspectives. And I now hope you will also continue to read and expand your mind in the years ahead. Kamari, your kindness, openness, and willing to work hard and stay with a goal will serve you well as you move forward. I can still recall the first time we met years ago. I thought you were already about to graduate high school, only to find out you were just becoming a teenager. I think it was the serious Kamari look and the quiet maturity that had me misjudge your age. But please show that amazing smile that lights up a room more. Let more people into your world to know how kind, thoughtful, smart, and amazing you are. As a huge fan of your journey, accomplishments, and you yourself, Kamari, know I'm here to help you in your next stage of life as a student, a worker, a person, and a citizen for change. Thank you, Kamari, for letting me be part of your experience, and know how proud I am today of having watched up close your efforts and growth during these last few years. Congratulations and best of luck on your next journey. The world awaits and needs you.
There you go, brother. All right, thank you, Scott. Really appreciate it. It's been a long time with you. something that I would have to say to the younger students is to make sure you take care of your mental health. It's something that you should always be focused on. Your mental health will either make or break you, and so you should always take care of it. That's all I got.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Kamari. And I see that we're at about 5:20, and I set the video for 5:30, and I've never gone past time. So I apologize in advance if this somehow gets cut off. So we're going to sort of jump ahead to our last speakers. And I'm sorry for the introduction. We'll have to skip just in the interest of time. So I'm going to turn it over to Cece Hainsworth, who has words on behalf of her experience as a college graduate. And she's graduating from Dillard University, where she has graduated. And then immediately after, we'll hear from Ayana. And I hope I didn't say Ayana, but I'm sure she's here. So we'll be hearing our two college graduates, and congratulations to them. And I apologize again if we get cut off at 5:30, but I will do my best to make it extend. Go ahead, Cece.
Okay, can everybody hear me? Is there an echo? Thumbs up, thumbs down? All right. Hey, for those who don't know me, my name is Sierra Hainsworth. I am I was about to say graduating senior, but I'm an alum of Dillard University. I graduated with a degree in psychology. I'm so fortunate and blessed to be able to say that I finished in 4, which not many people can say. It's possible. It's hard, but it's possible. I am from Mill Valley. I went to school at TAM, graduated in class of 2016. I'm currently getting ready to start my graduate program at Relay, which is a grad school of education. It's a 2-year program, and at the end of, I will be earning my degree, my master's in education, and then my certificate in teaching. So I'll be able to teach in about 47 to 48 states in the United States. So yay! Long-term goals, I'll be a principal, I'll be an educator, I'll be a counselor. I'm gonna open my own school, which is, years from now, but the end goal is to allow children and encourage children to fall in love with their own education. And children like us, we need that type of motivation from people who look like us. So what better way to do it by just jumping right in. And before I kind of start in my speech, I wanted to take a moment of silence for the lives that we've lost in 2020. This time, we've been going through a lot as people of color, as a community, and it hasn't been time for us to just breathe and just be and just kind of take a step back and reflect on, we've been doing this, we've been doing that, the protests, the standing up for what we believe in, the writing. I don't know how many of you saw my letter, but we've been moving and we've been shaking, and it's sometimes very draining to be that on the outside. So I want to take a moment of silence. Andy, I hope that's okay. We're just going to take a moment of silence. Everybody, just center your hearts. I'm thinking of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. I'm sure many of you have heard of their stories, but there are so many countless people like them who have lost their lives because of racism, because of police brutality. So we're just going to take a quick moment of silence. All right. I am beyond honored to be able to talk to you all, and I'm going to keep it very short because I don't want to get cut off, and I definitely want you guys to hear what Ayana has to say. Ayana and I are true witnesses of having to work harder than our counterparts. We are the true definition of resilience, the true definition of integrity, and the true definition of moving with intention. And those are the 3 things that we all possess as people of color, that we all possess as people of color. And I don't want you ever to lose sight of who you are in your community, but also within yourself, right? We are Wise Girls, which most of you know. Wise Girls stands for integrity, wisdom, integrity, service, and education. And those are the 4 pillars we stand on. We stand on those pillars, not just in our education, but in our day-to-day lives. We are women of integrity. We hold ourselves to a much higher standard. And not because we see ourselves as better than, but because we see what we're capable of. We see the dreams and the possibilities that come from our heads and lead with our hearts. And that's how we move as women. And hopefully that's how you guys will be moving as college grads in the next 4 years. And I'm saying 4 years because you guys are going to be phenomenal graduates in 4 years. And even if it takes you longer, the most important thing is to do everything at your own pace. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to, you know, there are going to be bumps in the road. There are going to be times where you feel like you're back against the wall. But one thing you have to remember, 2 things actually. One is that you're never alone. Never, never, ever alone. And 2, there's always a way to pick yourself back up when you fall. Whether you do it by yourself, whether you have somebody else help you, whether people are helping you, right? There's never a point in time where you give up on yourself. Rest if you must, but don't quit. Do not quit. I'm a member of the illustrious sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and we stand on never giving up. We stand on compassion and courtesy and jewels that hold tight to our community. And the one thing that I want to leave you with, because I feel like I'm talking, but the one thing I want to leave you with is integrity, your purpose, and intention. Your integrity is who you are when nobody else is looking. Your purpose is what God created you here for, whatever God you believe in. And then what I say, your intention. What are you doing and how are you moving that reflects your heart? That's what people are going to see. And so, you know, I see myself as the light. And I said in my message to Mary Jane, you are the light that most people will never be able to experience on their own. But luckily we're here and we're growing together, and these people that are on this live, this is your village. So the village, they are not just for high school, right? The people who are sitting before you, we're not just here to talk to you and pour into you right now, right? These are the people who in 6 months from now and 6 years from now, you'll be able to reach out and say, hey, I did this, I need help. Or I didn't do this and I need some support. Or can you just hear me out because I don't know what to do? There have been plenty of times where I've called Alexis. There have been plenty of times where I've had to call Paul. There's been plenty of times where I've even had to just call Ayana and just be like, listen, this is what it is. This is what it's not. And sometimes I just need to slow down. And that's okay too. The finish line will be there because it's your finish line. It's not the world's finish line. It's not our society's finish line. It's your own finish line. So finish. And finish strong, but finish in your capability. So whether 4 years or 6 or 10, however, you get your degree on your own account and you do it for you. All right, that's me, class of 2020. We did it, gang, gang. I'm so proud of everybody. Thank you for everybody who's a part of. There's a lot of faces that I don't know. Bridge the Gap was many, many faces. Denny, we love you and appreciate you so, so much. Miss Alexis, I love you so, so much. Everybody, I'm so grateful. And yes, I would like to hear from Miss Ayana Morgan Woodard. I'm just going to introduce her because she is so phenomenal. Miss Future Lord in the making. Yes, ma'am. Please give us some kind words to close us out. I am going on mute.
And Ayana, before you go on, I've been told by some Zoom experts, since we're on the paid plan, that we should be okay going past time. I hope everybody would stay on after Cece's amazing speech, because I know Ayana's going to kill it. And after Ayana, we're going to hear from Alexis and Paul to acknowledge our college graduates, and then I'll come back to close out the night. So it should be another few more minutes. Thank you for staying on, and Ayana, take it away.
Hi, everybody. For you guys who don't know me, again, I am Ayana Morgan Woodard. I am an alumna of Tuskegee University in a degree, with a degree in political science, focused on pre-law. And I am from Marin City, born and raised. My family first originated from Louisiana to here. So know that my ties here in Marin City are very, very deep. They go from the beginning of Marin City till now, me present. But one thing I want to say to everyone first is thank you. Realize that saying thank you goes a long way, and meaning that goes a long way. So definitely want to say thank you to everyone that's on this call. My main advice to everybody who's going to go into college or going into life and going to that next phase in life is to know that you really do have to keep going. There's no way that you can accomplish something by yourself. I say that because I feel like I'm a walking testimony of everything that Marine City had to offer. I walked the halls of Bayside. I walked the halls of MLK. I did end up going to Marin Catholic, but my point in saying all of this is that I did it so you guys can too, with the help of everyone here, but you have to make sure that you and yourself, like inner self, is okay with making mistakes, that you're okay with making goals and not achieving them right when you wanted them. And that was like one of the biggest things that I loved and regretted about college is that I didn't try everything I wanted to. I kind of wanted to stay in my bubble or my realm of what I've always knew in life, being in Marin City. But going out of Marin City allowed me to realize my true talents and what I actually could bring to the world, because having that experience going out of Marin City gave me that self-worth or that self-motivation that I didn't really get here in Marin City. It was foreign to me, but realizing that being able to leave and come back made me realize that internally. And lastly, you guys got to come back. You know why? The service and the volunteer service and the hours that other people put into us and invested in us, I feel like there's no greater way to give back or to show somebody that you're thankful and appreciated if you don't give back. And that could be in the simplest way of talking to someone that's in your class, or as big as, implementing ideas that you think could help us further as not only students and scholars, but as people, as a community. And so I could talk for hours and hours, but I just want to let you guys know that, like, I'm here for anybody who needs help while they're in college, because I know it's not easy. It's very hard. So like Cece said, it will take a village. Make sure your village is tight, and you'll go as far as you want to. But also keep in mind those goals. If you have a goal, that means you're going to put in the work to find out how to get to that goal. And if you don't have somewhere to look to or look at, you're going to pretty much fall for anything. So that's my piece.
Okay, Miss Alexis. Alexis was going to introduce our girls before I thought we were going to get cut off. So Alexis, I wanted to give you the time to say what you'd like to say to your wise girls, and then we're going to hear from Paul, and then we'll close out the night. So thank you for waiting for us. Thank you to all the speakers. Go on, Miss Alexis.
Okay, so you guys have met Sierra and Ayana. Both girls are resilient, incredible speakers for their community, very dependable. Sierra, I remember when we met the woman that created Black Lives Matter. You and Leah spoke at a grassroots event, and you guys recited your beautiful poetry. And Sierra, you slammed people with your words, as you always do. If you guys don't know, Sierra is the woman that wrote The Mill Valley Mayor. And you guys will read about it, Google about it. She said something that was not too kosher with the Black Lives Matter movement. And Sierra, being a Mill Valley resident, thought it was up to her as a young person to speak to this mayor, and they've contacted Sierra about her words. Look it up, Google it, Sierra. I don't know, you can maybe tell them how to do that. Maybe Ayana can, because I'm just not the technical person. And then I know that you will do great things, Sierra, because you always have. I've always been able to depend on you as a wise girl, and now a wise lady, and now you walk into wise womanhood. Welcome. And then Ayana is the person, if you guys don't know, is one of the instrumental females that began the march here last week. just last week. She came to me. I actually came to her and go, Ayana, I think we want to march. We need to do some things and gather the young people. And she told me, nope, Miss Alexis, it's too late. We are already moving forward. So I do want you guys to know, as I said at the rally, that Ayana will support us because she will be our attorney in this area to fight for us. And I'm calling it right now. I've known her. She's my daughter's best friend. I've known her, I don't know, since 11 years old. Ayana maybe she was 9, and she was actually serving at a Hannah Project dinner. And that's another catalyst to get these kids into college with Betty Hodges. And there was a dinner held, and Ayana was a server at 9 years old with the apron on and the towel. And she came to my table and she said, would you like any more juice? And she actually said, wait a minute, hold on, let me get your water goblet. And I was taken all the way aback, and I understood that she set the table and everything. So for a long time, she's been in my life, and I'm just overwhelmed with the power she was holding. And she's very quiet, very humble. But once she gets started, give her the microphone and she's taking off. So watch these people, everybody that does not know who these 2 women are, because they will lead the next generation of girls. And that has always been my goal, is to have these girls leave this area, go out, get some experience of the world, and bring it back. Buy property here, invest in your own community, and it's happening right in front of our eyes. So I couldn't be more pleased, and I know that everybody in the village of Bridge the Gap has made an effort to for these women to move forward. And I thank you, and I look forward into let's getting the next generation up and moving. Paul, Andy, Laura, Denny, my heart. And I'm just ready to go. All right, that's about it. I'm not going to talk anymore. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexis. Well said. Thank you so much to our college graduates. Congratulations to you all. And I know very appropriately to say the last few words to all of our graduates, since Paul's sort of been a part of both of the senior and the college graduates' lives for great many years, including this year. I'm going to turn it over to Paul, but before I do that, I don't need to list off all of the good things that Paul's been doing in the community, because I know all of you have seen it. So all I'll say is thank you to Paul and everybody else, the girls that Alexis mentioned, everybody in the community. But because I work so closely with Paul, I wanted to acknowledge him personally for the actions, for the work, and for the heart that he's brought to Marin City, to Bridge the Gap College Prep. And he'll go ahead and say his last words, and I'll come back just to close out. So go ahead, Paul.
Thank you, Andy. I got a little echo here going on. So I got 2 devices up because we're having technical issues, but we made it. We made it through, everybody. We made it to the finish line. My graduates in college, I can't wait to see what you're going to do as you further your education, as you get into the workforce. Cece and Ayana, both you girls, I have known you guys for a very long time. Cece, since you moved over here, I was running the rec center, you'll pop up, and we just had really, really good intellectual conversation. You too, Ayana, you know I've known you since you was little. You're basically my cousin. You can always be connected, and to see the growth, I mean, we family. To see the growth that you 2 girls have accomplished in your 4 years of college, is unbelievable. And I remember when y'all was getting ready to go, I was like, ain't nothing like going to a Black college, because I've been to one. So I'm so glad that you guys had that experience to be able to be taught by your own people, because I know going to these schools here in Marin County could be overwhelming as a person of color. I've done it. And now to be working alongside Ayana with the protest, that was beautiful. Cece, your words to the mayor was so awesome and on point. So many people is reaching out and just expressing the love and the joy that they have for both you 2 women. So I want y'all to hold that in your hearts for where you are now, and just understand, I know that you girls are going to be great. And I'm here to help you. Y'all know, y'all hit me up, I'd be like, yo, let me see what I can do. I'm just super proud. Bridge the Gap has allowed me to grow and work with people in college and also in high school, which I love to death. I had a little disconnect because I wasn't working with the high schoolers at one point in time or the people in college. But to be able to be there and to continue to motivate and nag you guys, I must say I'm proud. We got a big banner on the fence. If you haven't seen it in Marin City, Cece, you need to tell somebody to take a picture of the banner so you can see it, right? I don't know if you've seen it yet. Yana, I know you've seen it. It comes from all the love and the organizations that support y'all, especially education-wise, and take that, run with it. Understand that, yes, it's a blessing. Young people, it's a blessing living here in Marin City. We have resources for you. These two young ladies tapped into the resources and used it to their best of their ability. And now they're about to catapult into their careers. I'm sitting here with Kamari. I'm so glad that he, power went out and he ended up sitting next to me. So we've been able to sit here today and share a little bit. But this has been a very emotional time. I love everybody. I lost one of my best friends today. And so, from my heart to yours, wrap your arms around somebody, let them know that you love them, because we don't know what's going to happen from day to day. So that's me. I love y'all. Bridge the Gap, I want to say thank you for everything.
Thank you, Paul. It was an emotional night. It was a night of celebration like I knew it would be. Thank you so much to the speakers, both teachers and students, for the words that you gave to our students. You are what make this program what it is, and we're just lucky to be a part of it. But it's the students and the staff and the volunteers who've given so much in this time to make this program what it is. The fact that we had about 50 participants from beginning to end without hardly any drop-off shows how committed everybody in this community, in this village is. And to the graduates, both high school and college, as much time as you put in to succeed and to the end of this journey, your journey is really just beginning, and we cannot wait. We're so excited and we're so proud what comes next for all of you. So congratulations, you've earned it. And we're lucky to have you in our lives. So on behalf of Bridge the Gap College Prep, I'd like to thank you. I'd love to thank the donors who have supported us, the board for being here. I see so many board members here represented, supporting you. And those of you who don't know, some of the folks I'm mentioning, they care very deeply about what we do and they care about you. So the donors, our board, students, staff, and volunteers, thank you all for making this program what it is and being the heart of everything we do. Have a great night. As you know, this will be posted on YouTube as well as the slideshow. And for seniors, Paul is going to be working out with you to pick up your goodie bags. You have special goodie bags. College students, we also have goodie bags with a little extra for you as well. And for all of our 9th through 11th graders, we're going to be in touch through your class deans very soon, so you know when and how to pick up your goodie bags. Everybody's got a goodie bag coming with a little special treat. So congratulations to our graduates. Thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful night. And hopefully we'll see you again next year.
That's right. Give Andy some love, y'all. Give Andy some love. Give Andy some love, man.
Thank you.
Nice, Andy. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Andy.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Randy.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Andy.
you. I'll stay on. So you
Thank you.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you.
All right, everyone.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Andy.
Terrell. I didn't know Terrell was on
Stay
man.
frosty, Andy.
there. You stay fresh, man. Thank you.
Great job, Andy and
Andy.
Paul. Love you.
Andy,
Thank you.
tell me a joke. Andy, tell me a joke before I leave.
That was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, baby, Alexander.
Andy, tell me a joke before I leave.
I started with jokes. You should have been on time.
Thank you, Andy. Thanks, Andy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Flora.
Andy, I think the strength of the program is now reflected in our graduates for this year. Powerful.
Oh, yeah. Powerful. That's no other word for it. I agree.
Joe.
All right, everyone. It looks like we're losing almost everybody. So I'm going to end the call. Have a good night.
See you, Andy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.